Manuel, are you likely to have players back from injury for this weekend?
Yes, I think it's very important to have another players. Sami Nasri and Javi Garcia are both fit for this game, so it's very important for us.
So it's too soon for Nastasic, Fernandinho.
Nastasic, Fernandinho, and Agüero stays. They are not fit for this game.
How did you feel about the game being cancelled the other night? Was that maybe a help to have a little more rest, or would you have preferred to have the players playing, do you think?
Well, I think both things are good and bad. I think it's better to have more rest because we have two important games on Wednesday, Saturday, and on Tuesday. But also, as we postpone the game, we are going to have a lot of games during midweeks at the end of the season. We have postponed that game against Sunderland. We have postponed Manchester United for the final of the capital, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. If we continue in FA Cup, we also must postpone one game more, and Aston Villa, the game against Aston Villa. Or if we draw, we have to play another game. So we have a lot of games at the end of the season. In that way, it's not I prefer to play, but in the way that was, I think it was impossible to play.
There were some interesting results while your game was cancelled in the Premier League. Some are saying that maybe Liverpool have an advantage now because they're not playing in the Champions League. What are your thoughts on how the table looks at the moment?
I will repeat what I said every week. You were always talking about Chelsea, Manchester City, and Arsenal. I always say that this will be a very close Premier League with another teams also fighting for the title. I think that Liverpool is fighting, Tottenham will be continue fighting, and also Everton. So I don't think that it's just a matter of three teams.
You've made changes in the teams that you've selected for the FA Cup games in previous rounds. Will you be doing that as well for this game, given the quality of the opposition?
No, I'm not thinking about the quality of the opposition. I always think that the opposition is always a quality team and a very difficult team, and Chelsea also is it. We'll see tomorrow which the best 11 started to play against Chelsea. Also, we have an important game on Tuesday, so we'll see tomorrow which is the best squad to start, the best team to.
Will you make changes to your approach for this game, given how Chelsea played here a couple of weeks back?
No, I don't think that the way that Chelsea played is the way that Chelsea always plays. I don't think that was the reason why we didn't win that game. I think that they play very well. We didn't play so well. We missed three clear options to score before, and after they defend very well. But I don't think that's the reason to change the way we play.
This game will be tough, very difficult, obviously, but will it be good preparation for you ahead of the game against Barcelona as well?
No, I think are different games, a different style of play, different games, a different competition. I think that all the games from now till the end of the season will be very tough game because we are always playing for an important thing. If we don't win tomorrow, we are out of the FA. If we don't win on Tuesday, maybe we are going to very difficult to continue in Champions League. And if we don't win one game of the Premier League, you see how many teams are fighting for the title. So I think that all of the games will be final and all of them will be very tough.
Okay, Dom.
Manuel, the postponed game in the week, how has it changed your plans, your preparations for this game?
Well, it changed a lot, of course, because it's different if you have to play against Chelsea, if you play before on Wednesday or if you didn't play. It's very important after if we played against Sunderland, it's very important after we finish the game to see how the player finished that game. So in this case, I think that maybe for some things it's not good to postpone. For other things, I think that the team is fresh, and that's very important because we are coming from 2 months that we play 9 games each month in December and January. I think that maybe the team felt a little bit those amount of games, so I think in that sense it was useful for us to rest a little bit more.
And with the players that you have fit again, with the changes that you'll make and the challenge of Chelsea, considering what happened last time, do you think that it will be a very different kind of a game to the league game?
No, I think that it will be a very similar game. game, because we have a style of play that we don't change, independent against whom we play. We know the important players that Chelsea has, the way they play. With the other game, we know also, and we try to not to be very open for counter-attack. Maybe we made some mistake in defending and attacking. I hope that tomorrow we can arrange it.
And of course,
but not changing our style, it's changing because we play against Chelsea.
And the Sunderland game could have been the opportunity to score goals again, which has been the big question. You feel that you can get those goals again against Chelsea?
We hope. Maybe now you are worried about why we don't score the last two games. Before those games, we are always talking about the amount of goals that we score. So I repeat, it's always very difficult to score goal. More difficult to score against Chelsea because it has the best defense and they have all their players defending. So we'll see tomorrow. We have chances also in the game we play against them in Premier League. We hope that tomorrow we'll have it and we will finish well.
Just finally, with your cup team, you have played Pantilimon in goal. Is that the situation for this one?
Tomorrow we'll see the 11 start.
Manuel, how much will we learn about your team in these next two games?
To learn in what sense?
About the ability to cope with the size of the opposition, the pressure, like you've said as well, about the games being like cup finals. I know you always have important games, but these two seem to stick out more than others.
No, I don't think that they are different games. I think that for this team, we're talking about Champions League, was maybe the pressure to qualify for this round. Was more in that moment because we never did it before. So now we know we have a very important game against a great team as Barcelona. But I think that we are in a good moment also to try to continue in Champions League. But the pressure is the same. And I repeat, against Chelsea, it's a knockout game. One of the teams will continue in the FA Cup. The other must continue just in Premier League and Champions. So I think that both games are very important, but are not the most important games of the season.
Will the biggest threat to your chances of success this season be the fact that you've got so many games still left to play?
We'll see in the future. It's very important to know how many players will be fit every week. I know we played a lot of games before, and if we want to continue, we must play also a lot of games in the future. So that's very important to know how will be the answer of the players in fitness.
There seems to have been a lot said in recent weeks between Chelsea and Manchester City. Are you the type of manager who likes to do your talking on the pitch?
I repeat, I said the other day, I just answer one thing out of the pitch because I don't know it's our duty as a manager to talk about another things, about the referee, about the financial players. I don't think it's our duty. So I repeat just one, and of course I want to talk with. I think that the team must talk during the game, the pitch.
There's one question behind you.
You mentioned before Sami Nasri's back fit for tomorrow. Just how much have you missed him whilst he's been out injured?
A very important player, Sami Nasri, is impossible not to miss him. But we also have another injuries before Sami. It was David Silva or Sergio Agüero or Jovetic or Company. And we always manage to continue winning. I think that in the last 2 weeks, that's why I said the other day it was not an excuse because we had a lot of injury during the year. But I think that the last 2 weeks, maybe we have injury in the same position. That was our best problem, but our major problem. But Sami Nasri is always a very important player, and we will miss him. But the squad that we have, I think we can win also without him.